Picture this. It's 3 a.m. You're staring at the ceiling, wide awake, and your brain is running worst-case financial scenarios on repeat. Your car could break down, your laptop could die, you could lose your job. Maybe your pet needs emergency surgery. Sound familiar? Now, what if I told you there's a specific dollar amount that can eliminate most of these midnight anxiety spirals and fundamentally change how you move through life? Most people think financial milestones are just random numbers rich people invented to make the rest of us feel behind. But here's the surprising part. There's real psychology and math behind why certain amounts of money completely change your day-to-day experience. And the first real game changer isn't $1,000,000, it's not even $100,000, it's $10,000. My name is Dave, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, human psychology, and why some people seem calm during financial chaos while others are constantly stressed about their bank balance. If you've ever wondered what different savings milestones actually feel like and how they change the way you make decisions, stick around. Before we talk about why $10,000 matters so much, let me show you what life looks like without it. You know that moment at the grocery store when you're deciding between the name brand cereal and the generic one that tastes like cardboard? Or when friends suggest going out to eat and you invent an excuse because $25 for dinner would wreck your entire week. That's life for millions of people living paycheck to paycheck. Every purchase becomes a calculation. Every surprise expense feels like a potential disaster. You're always playing defense with money instead of planning for the future, and that constant stress quietly drains your mental energy. Here's where things get interesting. When you save your first $10,000, something changes, but not in the way most people expect. You don't suddenly start buying expensive things. Most people don't change their lifestyle at all. The real transformation is psychological. The first thing that shifts is your relationship with risk. When you have no savings, every decision feels dangerous. Changing jobs, moving cities, even planning a vacation feels risky because one mistake could wipe you out. But with $10,000 in the bank, those same decisions feel manageable. You're not quitting your job tomorrow to become a professional juggler, but you might finally ask for that promotion. You might invest in a course that increases your earning power. You start thinking beyond survival. The safety net doesn't make you reckless. It gives you permission to think long-term. There's also a literal biological shift that happens. Studies show financial security lowers cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. That means saving $10,000 doesn't just change your finances, it changes how your body reacts to everyday problems. Think about a check engine light. If you're broke, that light feels like a countdown to disaster. If you have savings, it's annoying, but manageable. That shift from panic to mild inconvenience changes everything. You sleep better, you're more productive, you're more patient with people around you. Financial stress affects every part of life, and removing it frees up mental energy you didn't even realize you were missing. Here's something most people don't understand about the $10,000 milestone. The benefit doesn't come from spending the money. It comes from knowing it's there. This is the emergency fund effect. Most people who save $10,000 never actually use it for emergencies. Instead, they use it for opportunities, education, relocation, better jobs, starting something on the side. And there's a confidence shift that's impossible to fake. When you know you have money in the bank, you negotiate differently. You walk away from bad deals. You stop operating from desperation. That confidence alone often leads to better career and life outcomes. Now, if $10,000 sounds impossible, here's the good news. The hardest part isn't saving the money. It's becoming the type of person who saves money. Most people treat saving like a crash diet. They go extreme, burn out, and quit. Successful savers don't do that. They change their identity. Once you see yourself as someone who saves, everything shifts. You spot waste automatically. You think long-term. You make better trade-offs without feeling deprived. Saving the first $1,000 is brutal. The second is easier. By the time you're halfway to $10,000, it feels almost automatic. There's also a simple math reason $10,000 is so powerful. It covers most financial disasters that knock people off track. Car repairs, medical bills, temporary job loss, family emergencies. Once you hit this number, you're effectively insulated from the shocks that keep people stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. And maybe the biggest shift of all? You stop seeing money as something that disappears and start seeing it as a tool. That's when investing, side income, and long-term planning finally make sense. Not because you're suddenly smarter, but because you finally have the mental space to think beyond next month. Here's the irony. Someone with $10,000 saved is often closer to financial independence than someone earning twice as much with zero savings. Why? Because the most important wealth-building skill isn't earning money. It's keeping it. Income helps. Habits matter more. Saving $10,000 proves to yourself that you can delay gratification, plan ahead, and control your financial life. And that identity shift creates momentum that carries you toward bigger goals. So no, $10,000 won't make you rich, but it gives you breathing room, and breathing room is the foundation of every good financial decision. If you're starting from zero, don't panic. Start small. Stay consistent. Because the person you become while saving your first $10,000 is far more valuable than the money itself. And once you become that person, everything else gets easier. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more finance and investment videos. See you next time.